All right, this is just an update on my quadcopter. I was losing a lot of reception yesterday. It was pretty foggy, and so I did a number of things. One is I measured this out to 12.5 centimeters, this antenna, and there's a diode. Let me see here. There's a diode that's actually really close. Hold on, let me see if I can stop swinging this thing. There's a diode that's really close to this antenna, and I didn't want any frayed wires or anything to kind of screw with it. So I just at first I globbed some hot glue on the diode, let it cool, and then just kind of after twisting this on, which is actually I got this wire from a screwed up iPhone 5 connector, and I twisted it on, and then I just hot glued that on. I tried wrapping it around the canopy to give it some more reception. It did not work. I mean, I still lost reception no matter what, and the thing would just go, the LED lights on the bottom would just blink, signaling that it lost a bind, and then it would just well, after like 3 or 4 times of that happening, I got totally hosed on these props. 3 out of 4 of these have been pulled out and removed. Don't mind the red on there. That's just kind of just regular oil. You should use a dry silicone, but for the purpose of me experimenting, I haven't seen a problem with it. So one thing I've noticed though is no matter what I do, whether I circle it around the board, which is what I had originally done, I had circled it around it, and I had made a slit for a bigger battery, if you see over here. Even if I take this thing out and wrap it around vertically or circle it around horizontally, no matter what I do, I lose reception. There's nothing I can do to... I got a little bit better doing it vertically outside of the canopy, but inside it was just as bad. I have not seen any improvement by increasing this wire length. So that kind of sucks, and it's telling me that it doesn't, that it doesn't matter what the length of this receiver wire is. It's kind of like if you were to think of cell phone towers. Cell phone towers are very huge towers, yet we all have little tiny antennas to receive those signals. And it seems that that it's almost a moot point to lengthen the wire of this receiver because it doesn't make sense, right? I've had this issue even with the Virgin transmitter that I had, that I haven't even modified. So it doesn't matter whether, out of the box, this thing lost signal, and it lost signal either with the wire or without it. Now, one thing that I did want to try to do though was try to maybe capture the signal a little bit better. And so I've come up with something like this, kind of like a parabolic reflector of some sort. And the idea is that it collects the waves and then it beams them in more of an isolated fashion on this wire. I've noticed a lot of people, they'll use either a clover leaf or they'll use a coax in the center for it to all beam through, because obviously if the waves, if you were to picture this as light, were to bounce, it has to be collected at the antenna. So regardless of what antenna you use, it makes never mind. It's just that in hopes of collecting a better reception, I'm hoping that this thing may reflect it while it's in the air. I haven't tested it yet. This thing is about dead. I could show you right now at what state this is in, because I have to get another one. Let me move this one out of the way. That's my son's. It's a little bit more abuse prone. Alright, but less flight time. So, alright, so I can, this is no problem, but when you go 50 plus meters, that's when I start having the issue. So let me move this out of the way, because I have no idea what the hell. Actually, let me move this too. So, let's see. Yeah, this one's not even moving. What's going on here? Alright. Yeah, I can just easily squeeze that. I don't even think. Yeah, you see what's going on here? It's just, and even if I mess with this gear, this prop was just bent so much, or the prop shaft, the shaft that actually holds this gear and everything together was just so bent, and I've taken it out so many times that it just doesn't make sense to kind of keep it. So there's a lot of friction there. So yeah, let's see what's going on. Push that. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. This thing is just, I mean, it's all screwed up. So most of it's working. It does do what it's supposed to do, but this piece needs to be replaced. I'm getting another x5c, so I have another backup. All the components and everything generally work. But you see that? See how it lost? I don't even know why. It was just blinking. I didn't do anything. All right, now if I lower this all the way, all right, it just, after a few seconds, it just cuts out. I'll go all the way to the bottom. Okay, right now it's doing okay. Looks like it's missed it a little bit. Right, let me move this receiver away. Oh. See, I have no idea. This thing sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, at an angle, and this is the problem that I've had with this thing. At an angle, it'll kind of screw up with me. So all right, so let me show you. If I pull this thing down, okay, it stops complaining. All right, full throttle. Now let me angle it a little bit. Let me angle a little more. No. All right. Now, what if I cut it down? Yeah, it doesn't take long. That might be a gyro issue. Maybe it's actually asking to be flat. Let me try it sideways. What about upside down? No. Okay, what if I go this way? Alright, but if I go flat, alright, so it's making me believe that there's something up, that if the gyro does not believe that it's in a flat position for when it should be, and this actually goes to make me wonder about this x5c. Because whenever I fly it, it'll fly fine, and for the most part. But if I start doing deep banks or side or something like that, it's always done that cutout. It's really, really irritating, and I've lost so. Whenever I do a deep bank for more than a couple seconds, it does this. I guess if it's at full throttle, it does it. But if I let off of it, I'll get it back. Okay, well that's nice to know. But it seems that no matter if I'm at an angle, that gyro, I guess, is canceling it out. Yeah, let me try up here. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same thing. Okay, so no matter what I do, this damn thing will cut out at an angle. But if I leave it straight up and down, what if I gave it the input to do that? Let's try that. Okay, well I gave it the input and it did it longer. So if I do this and then I move over, well, let's try. All right, that's 45. Well, even that much will cut it out. You see? Okay, now I'm gonna go over and do this. Interesting. Okay, so, well, actually, let's try that again. Now, what if I straighten it? Yeah, it cuts out. Okay, so obviously something is going on where if I'm at an angle or banking too much and this x5c is not receiving the right reception, it's going to cut off. So let me cut it off to the side here. Yeah. I mean, it's good to know, just let you guys know about something about this, this thing's a little quirky.